Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum. Today we will discuss electronegativity. Electronegativity is the property associated with atoms when there is a chemical bond between two atoms. Up till now we don't have discussed what is a chemical bond and what are the types of chemical bond. It will be discussed in the next chapter, but still to explain the topic I have to say something about the covalent bond. Actually, bond is the attractive force which hold atoms together in a molecule. For example, if we have H2 molecule, then there is an attractive force between hydrogen atom which hold them together in hydrogen molecule. Now there are many types of chemical bond, but here in this case we have only to say something about covalent bond. Covalent bond is actually formed between the sharing of electron between two atoms. For example, let we take a very simple example, the formation of covalent bond in hydrogen. Hydrogen containing only one atom in its valence shell. As first shell occupy maximum of 2 electrons, for this purpose, in order to complete its octet, they will have to share their valence electron. Now in here both hydrogen share their electron. Now these shared electrons are attracted by the nuclei of both atoms. In other words, we say that these electrons are under the attractive force of both nuclei. In case of similar atom, like in H2 formation, both hydrogen has equal tendency to attract these electrons towards itself. But when there is a bond between two different atoms, then the attractive force varies. So different atoms has different ability to attract the shared pair of electrons in a covalent bond. Now these electrons are called the shared pair of electrons. You know that sometimes people play a game where which is called the tug of war, and in this game two teams pulls a rope in opposite direction, so a team which has great force wins at the end. Now let's suppose force from both sides is equal, then the rope will remain at its fixed position. But when one group is forceful than the other, then definitely the middle point will move towards the team which are more forceful. Similar is the case when atoms share their electron depending upon the nuclear charge. Atom having greater nuclear charge has greater tendency to pull the electron towards itself. So we say that when an atom has greater ability to pull the shared electron more towards itself, then such atom is said to be more electronegative as compared to the other. It means that electronegativity is the force of attraction of nuclei of an atom, or in other words we say that it is the tendency of pulling the shared pair of electron towards itself. So now we are in the position to define what is electronegativity. It is the ability of an atom to attract the shared pair of electron towards itself in a covalent bond. So in other words, we can also say that electronegativity is the power of attraction of an atom for shared pair of electron. Atom which has greater power to attract shared pair of electron towards itself is said to be more electronegative as compared to the other. The value of electronegativity has greater property. It tells us about the polarity and non-polarity in a molecule. The electronegativity difference between two atoms in a molecule tells us about whether a molecule is polar or non-polar. Polarity or polar molecule is due to the unequal distribution of electron between two atoms. Poles is actually called ends. Pole means two ends. When say a molecule is dipolar, it means it has two ends, a negative and a positive. These poles are formed when there are two different atoms combined together. For example, we say that H2Cl2O2, they are not the polar molecule because they do not have poles, they do not have positive and negative end. Let's take an example where two atoms bonded together through a single covalent bond, one electron shared by each atom. As both atoms are same, therefore these electrons are equally distributed between the nuclei of both atoms. In other words, we say that the electrons are symmetrically distributed between two atoms. So as these two atoms has same electronegativity, they have equal force of attraction for the shared electron. Therefore the shared electron remain exactly in between the nuclei of these two atoms. No end will get neither positive charge or negative charge. So such molecules are said to be a non-polar molecule. But when there is a bond between two different atoms, like suppose there is a bond between A and B, where A is different from B, and let we say that B is more electronegative than A. When we say that B is more electronegative, then it means it has greater tendency to pull the shared electron more towards itself. Therefore, these shared electrons are not equally distributed, rather they are attracted more towards the atom B. So as these electrons are nearer to the nuclei of B, therefore B become partial negatively charged while A become partial positively charged. In other words, we say that when there are two different atoms combined together, then the electrons are not equally distributed between two atoms. For this reason, one atom become partial negatively charged while the other atom become partial positively charged. Such molecules having a covalent bond are said to be the polar covalent bond, and the phenomena is called polarity. So when there is a bond between two similar atoms, then the molecule is said to be the non-polar molecule. But if there is a bond between two different atoms, one atom having greater tendency for attracting electron pair will become negatively charged, the other atom will become partial positively charged. So two ends are created. That is why the molecule is said to be the polar molecule, and the bond is said to be the polar covalent bond. There are so many factors which affect the value of electronegativity, and these factors help us to explain the difference in electronegativity between atoms in periodic table. The first factor we will discuss here is the nuclear charge. Electronegativity is directly proportional to nuclear charge. Greater the nuclear charge, greater will be the electronegativity, but in this case we have to keep shielding effect constant. The atomic radii. Electronegativity is inversely proportional to atomic radii. Greater the atomic radius, lesser will be the value of electronegativity. Shielding effect. Electronegativity is inversely proportional to shielding effect. As the shielding effect increases, the value of electronegativity decreases. Electronic configuration. We have already discussed in the previous lectures that atoms having half-filled orbitals or completely filled orbital are comparatively stable, and they have little love for attracting electrons. Same is the case here. Those elements in which valence electrons are in either S, P or D subshell. If P or D subshell are half filled, then are completely filled, then they have less value of electronegativity. There are some other factors which are also responsible for the value of electronegativity, and they are the nature of combining atoms, the atomic volume of combining atoms, the value of electron affinity, and the value of ionization energy. All these factors are taken in consideration by Pauling, and he determined a scale for the value of electronegativity. Pauling also take the bond energy of some diatomic molecule under consideration. So by keeping all these points in mind and the bond energy of diatomic molecule, Pauling introduced a scale for the value of electronegativity. This scale is called the Pauling scale. On this scale, fluorine is the most electronegative element in periodic table, whose electronegativity is 4. All the other elements have less electronegativity value than fluorine. The least electronegative atom in periodic table is cesium. Fluorine is the first member of 7th A group element, while cesium is the last member of first A element. So the most electronegative element in periodic table is fluorine, whose electronegativity is 4, and the least electronegative element in periodic table is cesium, whose electronegativity is 0.7. Now we are going to discuss what are the trends of electronegativity in periodic table. Remember that the value of electronegativity depends upon nuclear charge, atomic radii, and the shielding effect. Generally speaking, electronegativity increases when we move from left to right. It is because in each group, in each successive group, the nuclear charge increases by 1. So as we move from left to right, the nuclear charge gradually increases, the atomic radius gradually decreases, and the shielding effect remains constant. That is why the value of electronegativity increases. It means that if we are talking about the elements in second period, then lithium is the least electronegative, while fluorine is the most electronegative. Element in the extreme right of the periodic table are electronegative, and those which are in the extreme left are called more electronegative. Similarly, in groups, when we move from top to bottom in a particular group, then value of electronegativity decreases. It is because from top to bottom the atomic radius increases, the shielding effect also increases. So increase atomic radii and increase shielding effect overcome the nuclear attractive force, and hence electronegativity increases. So generally speaking, those elements which are in the bottom of each group are less electronegative, and those which are in the top of each group are more electronegative. In periodic table, element in the extreme right are less electronegative, they are electropositive, and element in the extreme left of the periodic table are more electronegative. So it is all about the electronegativity, the factors affecting electronegativity, the Pauling scale, and the trends in value of electronegativity in periodic table. So assalamu alaikum and goodbye, have a nice day.